Ya da uma. What's goody to the God and what's goody to the goddess and what's popping to the people? Well, definitely a different setup, but we gonna make it happen. Yahoo, what's up, God body? Can't get right. I'm still on the road, baby, but I gotta bring it to you. We gotta clean up last night's spill. We had a little spill last night. We gotta clean that up and get it back together. Cause I got some heat, man. We gotta deal with that. We got something we gotta deal with. How you feeling, though, God? This is what I keep trying to figure out. Do y'all got the same time? Yeah, hey, that's Miss Shirley. And you know what? Hold on. That's, you know the rapper that was signed with Grand Hustle, Doe B? That's his mom. Hey, man. That's one of the coolest, most spiritual black women I done met in a long time. She a beautiful soul, man. She just got compassionate at the moment because, you know, it's some issues that need to be addressed in that lane, and they're not getting addressed. So, the name of the show is Misinformation Nation. So, I just happen to be in the South, and we got to deal with some misinformation. So that's what we gonna do. So, it's already a done deal. I'm dropping the flyer tomorrow. It's a done deal. We're gonna do a full-blown joint, interview the whole shebang, and let Miss Shirley tell her story. Shit, that's what the fuck she's supposed to do. You know, first code of being a Panther is protect the queen. So therefore, nothing else, don't nothing go past that. I don't care what it is. Nothing supersedes that. Protect the queen. The queen got an issue. So goddamn it, we gonna deal with it. That's how that be. And that definitely was not scripted. That was too real for TV. And then look, that's how it's supposed to be though, because, you know, it be so much lousy shit going on. It be so much lousy shit going on in the industry. And that's why I keep saying about this rap game. This rap game way deeper than what we think. But the thing is, we got to do it like an onion and peel it back in layers. Because if we go too far, too fast, certain people going to miss certain shit. And you know how we do here. Everything is a building block on last week. And plus, I want to deal with this shit that's pressing right on the motherfucking dome right now. Because there's something else going on with that whole situation. But this is what I'm going to say, though. You be here every night, can't get right, so you already know. I just said, they finna flip this video game shit and start playing that video game with us. Remember remember we did the artificial intelligence like 2 weeks ago, and we was talking about the real artificial intelligence is us. And then we was talking about Elon Musk, and I was just saying, with Elon Musk, that Neuralinks program he got, what they doing right now, I'm telling y'all, man, just like that damn, the Altered Carbon. If y'all ain't watched that Altered Carbon on Netflix, go watch Altered Carbon. The show about where they download human consciousness. And people be jumping in and out of bodies and shit. So the super rich, so that they don't die, they take your consciousness, put it on a chip, And then the body is called a sleeve. And then they put your consciousness inside the sleeve, and you could literally, it's literally in there was men who desired to be a woman. Now you know they putting that in there so that they can push the transgender agenda, which y'all can fail to realize is actually a fucking agenda, but they do it so they can push the agenda. But nevertheless, I'm telling you, they don't show you shit unless they doing it already. They're not going to give you some ideas. You got to think about how it's people out here with so much motherfucking money, it's ridiculous. Think about, you know that if you ever watch the 007 movies, all them different gadgets that 007 be having, the rocket that be flying, was on water and then it flew off the water into the air, them be shits that real billionaires have built and be loaning them to the 007 movies. Real inventors people got money out here is what I'm trying to say. So it's people with enough money that if they heard a certain ideal on TV and it didn't exist already, they could take over the world with that shit. You're gonna put the energy out into the world about downloading consciousness, and you can't download consciousness. And you know it's people out here with a shitload of money. And you gonna put the ideal of doing this out there in the airwaves, but you can't. Get the fuck out of here, man. Stop it. You know what the fuck it is. So, with that being said, look at your boy. What's the little weird boy that done got the pink stone put in his forehead? $24 million pink stone. Get the fuck out. First of all, that's a lie. He ain't put no $24 million stone in the first place. But it was all a setup. If you man, look, if you eat it, they'll serve it. 1 week they talking about he got the pink stone in his forehead. The next week, he's volunteering for Elon Musk's Neuralinks program. Lil Uzi Vert. Pay attention, brethren. I just told y'all, they're about to turn us into the fucking video game. And then I said, they're downloading consciousness, and they finna start using it on us. And now who you got? Lil Uzi Vert. But look, though. Look at how the thing went, though. First, they flipped him with the transgender, the homosexual, then the transgender move. When they put him in the dress with the spike collar, that was the first phase. Couple years later, not a couple years later, immediately after the dress with the spike collar, all of the music heavily laced with Satan, is satanic everything. And he not even trying to hide it. He just out front with it, blatant. Then he get the stone put in the forehead. Now he's volunteering for Elon Musk program. How does somebody like Lil Uzi Vert get to even have a fucking conversation with Elon Musk? If I wanted to volunteer right now, I couldn't do it. I couldn't just, look, bro. If I go on Facebook tonight and put, I want to volunteer for the Neuralinks program, that shit'll get 25 likes and it'll be over with by the morning. I can't get to Elon Musk. The average rapper can't have a conversation with Elon Musk. He didn't put it on his social media that he want to meet Elon Musk. He didn't tweet, Elon Musk, get at your boy. You just heard, all of a sudden out the blue, he's volunteering for the Neuralinks program. But we didn't hear nothing before that. How the fuck does Lil Uzi Vert get into a conversation with who they just told you is the richest man on the planet? Please explain this to me. Okay then. Little fucking Uzi Vert doesn't get to have a fucking conversation with Elon Musk. Rappers on his level don't get to speak to the richest man on the planet. How do you get a conversation with that guy? Especially when we ain't seen no trail leading up to that. We ain't seen no trail leading up to them. But all of a sudden we hear Little Uzi Vert volunteering for New Orleans. Get the fuck out of here. So you know what it is. Now, watch this though. Watch this though. Come on, y'all just came up in here. Please hit the like. Please hit the share. I don't see how y'all be here with me every day and don't share the damn video. If I didn't love y'all, I would disown y'all ass. Now, I'm lying. Y'all kind of like therapy, but fuck that. Hit the share. Y'all be bullshitting. Now, look. But look, though. On some real shit, watch this. Now, we talked about what they're going to do. You're going to become the artificial intelligence. They're going to turn, this is why they're driving, first it was 5G, but before that, every year it's the Xbox 2000, PlayStation 3500. Every year they got to upgrade it. And every year you sit in front of the TV longer and longer and longer. And why do you do that? Because every year the fucking people on that goddamn game start to look more and more like you. And what feature, what feature did they add with the last motherfucking Xbox and shit? What feature did they add? They added the face configuration where you can put your face in there now. So now you can scan your face and you can become your favorite basket. You could be on the Lakers and look just. Why are they doing that? So you can get used to seeing your ass as a goddamn video game. Because that's what you're about to become. Now, watch this. Anybody, what was the Super Bowl? What was that halftime bullshit? I see a lot of y'all talking about it, but ain't nobody hit it on the head. And I was thinking, I know they always go to the movies. So first they had me thinking like, what movie is this? What movie is this? What movie is this? And then I was looking through, if y'all don't even know this, but like my living room is basically Blockbuster. And it's all just rows and rows of movies. So I'm looking through shit and I'm thinking, and then I came across one of my favorites. And really I was moving it out the way. And then I seen it. That motherfucking, the one with the Invisible Man with Michael Keaton. Well, Kevin Bacon. The Invisible Man joint with Kevin Bacon. I just forgot the name of it just that fast. But when he be taking the wrap off his face. Yeah, it was a ritual, but what kind of ritual? It was a ritual, but what kind of ritual? We about to go to the abyss with this one. Watch this. In that Invisible Man shit, I can't think of the name of it. But either way it go, he was taking the wrap off his face. And that's when it got me. Hollow Man, yeah. That's when it got me. And I went in, I started digging. You seen his new album cover? We're going to get to that in a minute. But watch this, though. So then, I'm looking through his shit, and I'm looking at what's been going on with him lately, and it's a lot of speculation that he recently had plastic surgery on the face. And I put up the old picture of him and a new picture of him. And I bullshit y'all not. If you look at the old him and the new him, he done extended his face and raised his cheekbones. I swear to y'all, look this shit up. I was supposed to post the picture today, but I was doing so much shit. If you look at that dude's face, he damn near don't look real. I'm telling y'all, I'm not bullshitting. He has altered his face to give it that fake ass look. And look, check this out though. I told y'all the others at the Super Bowl, the other commercial was Samuel L. Jackson. But they turned Samuel L. Jackson into a cartoon and had him talking about 5G. Hey, now, let's get to the album cover. He got a piece of tape across the, surgical tape across the bridge of his nose. And he got blood dripping out his mouth. Yeah. Why is The Weeknd? What's this thing? Now you got the halftime ceremony. The occultic red and black. We all know those are occultic colors. Red symbolizing black, dark symbolizing the dark side. Even though they stealing our information, because that's where they got you fucked up at. The dark ain't never bad. And I'm telling you Negroes now, y'all love to jump ship. But if your ass pass out tonight and don't wake back up, if you go to that white light, you fucked up. I'm going to promise you that one. I'm going where it's pitch black, and I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to tell you that right now. Y'all be fucking around. Anytime you fucking with this country, it's opposite day. Now, to the blood. I keep telling y'all who these people is. I keep telling you what this bloodline is. But I ain't going to keep playing with y'all. This is what I did. After I seen that, struck a nerve. After I seen that, it struck a nerve. So this is what I'm finna do. I've been telling y'all about this draconian bloodline, and I've been breaking it down in different pieces, but I ain't put the whole thing down for you. This is something I'm doing exclusively for my Patreon crowd. I made the flyer last night. It's called Last Dragon. I'm going to break down the whole shebang and tell you what the blood thing is about, the ritual sacrifice, the bloodline. We're going to do it all in one lecture, but I'm doing it. It's going to be, it ain't going to be my next one, but the one after that. I got one before that, the one I'm doing, and I made the flyer for that too. I'm doing the medical one. We calling that Dr. Doolittle. I made a dope ass flyer. It's Dr. Doolittle, but y'all know how I do. I nuked it. So I got both of those flyers. Really what I did is I got 5 in a row coming. 2 of them for Patreon, 2 or 3 of them on Patreon, and 2 of them for the book, vice versa, one or the other. Either way it goes, it's 5 of them. I did all of the flyers. I'm going to drop all of the flyers probably tomorrow so y'all could see it's some heat coming in these next 5. Going to be nothing but heat. It's 2021. We gotta turn it up with the information. It's 2021. We gotta turn it up with the information. Hey, y'all gotta hold on for a second, cause I gotta do something. Damn it. Let me see. Wait. Oh, hell no. It ain't gonna work. Well, so much for that. I hope I don't fuck it up. I was supposed to do something, but y'all know once I get on here, I gotta feed my addiction. So yeah, that's fucked up. I can't even leave y'all like a date. Hey, but look, check it out though. So now, I just wanted to throw that up there. That's just a little warm up for the shit that's to come. And I wanted to bring that shit to y'all about Uzi Vert, because I just had seen it in the news. What I said I was going to start doing at the beginning is just tackle news and little current shit before we get into the real shit. Plus, y'all had to be here for this. I couldn't start this without everybody in the building. Hit the like, hit the share. I'm finna go in right now. Now, this is the one we were supposed to do last night. Like I said before, that was Miss Shirley. She's a beautiful soul. That's the real mother of the rapper, the artist Doughboy or Dobie that is no longer with us, that was on Grand Hustle label. So she was feeling some type of way about certain things. She expressed herself. Our platform is for anytime black folk want to express themselves. But as far as I go, the number one rule is always protect the queen. So therefore, that stops anything. That supersedes everything. Well, anything anybody got going on gets shut down if the queen got problems. So we deal with that. Now, past that point, what I want to dig into is y'all ass. Because every time you get a chance, you turn on black folk. Now, you confuse certain shit. You fucked up with R. Kelly. You completely fucked up with Bill Cosby. And you about to fuck up with T.I. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's just deal with the elephant in the room. First and foremost, I don't understand how you mad at Bill Cosby and you mad at T.I., but you forgave R. Kelly? He the most guilty of the three. He peed on little kids. And not only did he pee on little kids, he peed on little girls. And the black women who I find that listen to that nasty fucker the most is black women with daughters. Something has to be said about the psychology of that. But fuck that, he still make good music. Charlie Manson was a great musician, so I hear. Would you let him sing for your fucking children? Come on, sometimes we gotta stop playing these games. Stop it, knock it off. Well, fuck if he could sing. If you could sing so well, let me hold your fucking head under the tub and you count the bubbles. That's the only singing I want a pedophile to do around me. For me, in my presence, out of my presence, any of that. And I see the room dropping off. I don't give a fuck if everybody leave. Fuck R. Kelly. Fuck R. Kelly. Wait. Fuck R. Kelly. Okay, now that we passed that point, now let's move on to Bill Cosby. The point is this right here. You got this thing where you pick and choose who you gonna decide to be outraged at. So let's clear the runway tonight. If that fucker is rich and famous, he's a pedophile or a weirdo or a sexual deviant. The end. No, I don't give a fuck whether you agree. Doesn't matter if it's a politician, pastor, preacher, mechanic. It doesn't matter. President, it doesn't matter. There's a system going on that's in place. It's not about the people. They could be great people. They could have been great people, but they get into the system not understanding the system exists. If you get into it and you good for it, they don't let you out. The only people that can get in and then get away from it is the ones that either didn't go that far or they didn't give a fuck about you in the first place. But once you get to the level where y'all hear about them, either they in on it or they take them away from us. It's just that simple. They don't let good guys stay up there. Nobody you see on TV is worth a fuck. Just that simple. Now, I know we personalize this person, that person, this person. That's on you. That's some personal shit you got to deal with. But you got to raise black babies, and that's my concern. And so fucking far, we raised them to like rap music, basketball players, and fucking entertainers. And all of those are devil worshipers, sexual deviants. So, what's my point? Whatever Bill Cosby did, whatever R. Kelly did, whatever T.I. and Tiny did, they didn't just start fucking doing it. And when you are high profile, meaning when you got the type of popularity that every time you walk out your house, the cameras come on. If you had that kind of popularity, you honestly think racist ass America give a black man or a black woman 30 to upward million and don't know exactly what you're going to do with it? 30 million will buy you a small village in Africa that'll die for you some fucking where. 100 million will buy you a country. They're not giving niggas $100 million unless they know exactly what you're going to do with it, which is buy a bunch of stolen African diamonds and a bunch of foreign fucking vehicles and give it back to the slave master. They know what you're going to do with it. If it weren't for that, they wouldn't give it to you. So you got to think about this. You got to really put this into perspective. They know exactly what you're going to do. Not because you're a bad person, because what I said, it's a system that was going on way before you. It was going on before you was born. They was doing this. So you was born into a system that works a certain way. And you get of age and you got ideologies and you got thoughts and you think that equates to actuality. You can think and feel whatever you want, but the reality is somebody, we don't even got to say who, somebody put together a system that they call America. That system that they call America is ran off of a religion called global white supremacy. You can feel however you want to feel about that, but it doesn't stop it from being reality. And if that's a reality, which it definitely is, and if you don't think so, you should really either, I don't know what to say, get your ass into my academy first thing in the morning, or either go find some really smart people and hang with them for like ever. We got to get past this. We got to know what this country is. This country is a country built on global white supremacy, which is a religion. So now if we understand that, then we got to start looking past the dumb shit. Of course, they know if somebody is drugging women for years. You think millionaires can go around drugging women at parties for years in their own home and nobody know nothing? There's only a couple ways that could happen. If it happened repeatedly and nobody know nothing, somebody was getting paid for what was going on. That don't make it right. That means somebody took the money for the incident or the altercation, the situation, or the party. Whatever it was, somebody took the money already. You don't. Your entire life is under a microscope. This is a man who got caught with 100 guns. So they say. Y'all fell for that too, and it was a setup. They showed this shit 2 years or a year prior. They showed it on Ashton Kutcher, him getting caught with a bunch of guns. And then a year later in real life, I get caught with a bunch of guns. How the fuck do the feds know I'm finna buy a bunch of guns? Because they're watching me. Why are they watching a rapper? You really think he's around here selling all these drugs? Because if he's selling drugs, that's the only reason why he would need the guns. What does he need the guns for? He must be a drug dealer. So how we catch the guns and not the dope? How come we ain't never talked about dope in his concern, but we talked about 100 guns? Who needs 100 guns that don't got drugs? 100 guns for what? That's a drug war. Even if you think the government own you, 100 guns, bro, that's a drug war. That's a war. That's a drug war. Either that or you smuggle arms. What the fuck is it? You don't just buying a fucking 100 guns unless you sell drugs. How we didn't catch the drugs? It's a game. He didn't have no fucking 100 guns. Well, you say, well, why he ain't say nothing? Why he just gonna act like, duh, he'll die? Say what? Look, bro, listen to me. Listen to me. If I go onto Ashton Kutcher and I get punked while I'm on parole and I get punked for 100 guns. I mean, I get punked for some guns. And then I get punked for the guns. And then I get out of there. And then a year later, I'm going to actually buy 100 guns. That means if I'm doing something at the time when they pump me for the 100 guns, that means they know. Why would they? If I'm really getting guns and drugs and I get pumped like that, I watch Action Culture, everybody else getting pumped over some other shit. Why me guns? And then T.I., the rapper we know, who use all these big ass Mike Tyson ass words, all intelligent as hell, sophisticated as fuck. That's the impression he give us. Those are the lyrics we hear. We hear nothing but big words and intelligence in the lyrics. But he dumb enough to get punked over guns and then go buy 100 of them? You fell for that shit? And he admitted it because it's common sense. I know. I just woke up they're in my house. I just woke up. And they're telling me, this is crazy. You just got caught with 100 guns. What? Yeah, look at this newspaper. It comes out tomorrow. Nah. Bro, what the fuck else you gonna do? You're gonna be fucked up. Now you wanna know what is this? Now they tell you what the condition is. This what's gonna happen. And this why it's happening. Somewhere in there he fucked up. And when I say fucked up, my guess is he fucked up. And the only time they do that to you is when you don't play the way they want you to. And the way they want you to is all the way in. Devil worshiping, baby eating, all the way in. Stop playing with us. He probably did every single thing them girls are saying. But I seriously doubt if it wasn't consensual. And if it was, it's a setup. I'm going to say it. That don't mean he didn't do it. But those women more than likely was setups through the door. Through the door. And some of them he probably never even met before. That don't mean he ain't guilty. But that don't mean it ain't a setup. It's a setup. Now we're going to deal with the why. See, you can't see the forest because of the trees. You got to pay attention. Keep in mind, they never tell the truth. So, if the media and social media is pushing the narrative of T.I. and Tiny doing these illicit things, why do the rules change just because we like gossip? The rules don't change ever. They never tell the truth. Period. Put a dot on it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. You can't have your way just because you feel some type of way. Now let's deal with the why. Let's go down the roster. What happened to Bernie Mac? Dead. Bill Cosby. Rape, gone. Now, T.I. and Tiny. Rape, drugs, gone. First thing I take notice to, statistically speaking, white folks do the most drugs in America. Why come every time they take down a black icon, it involves rape and drugs? Statistically speaking, white men rape the most in America. How come every time they take down a black icon, it's rape and drugs? Now let's deal with the why. Bill Cosby Show. The #1 black family show in history. I'll say it again. The #1 black family show in history. What was special about Bill Cosby? For the first time in TV history, not only did we get to see a well-structured black family, we got to see a wealthy, well-off black family that still had that nigga to him. You know that spice that only us got. Bill Cosby had that spice that didn't make you feel like you was watching a white show. But they had the same thing that to our understanding, well-off white Americans had. That was symbolic. And then he sent his daughter off to a prestigious black college. And that was a show. That spotlighted the trials and tribulations, the love and couples in college, all black college. Which is not really a such thing, but still the imagery was there. Bernie Mac died. They just took him from us out the blue. At the time, currently had the #1 family show in America. And what was it? Not only was it a black family that was well off. What's the #1 stigma they say? See, Bernie was a mastermind. Y'all don't understand what you be watching sometimes. How he get them white folk to let him do that? Not only we gonna give you a well-off black family, you say black men don't take care of kids. How about I take care of 3 that ain't even mine? Pick up my sister burden. Put her in rehab because she having difficult times, and I'm gonna take the kids. They say black men don't take care of kids. They say black men abandon kids. Well, Bernie didn't. Every week, he didn't. And in the middle of that, in the middle of his thing, gone. They took him because he found out about one of their dirty secrets, and then his sorry ass so-called friends sold him out. You got to watch for these Negro pens. Now you're not even seeing what you're looking at. You ain't got to like them. But T.I. and Tiny was the new Cosbys. They even did one of their show startings like the Cosbys. That was intentional. They became the new Cosbys. It was some good lessons in there. You seen a united family. And even though they life spilling out into the tabloids, they still was bringing you family show. Now, you ain't got to like it, or maybe you didn't watch it, but I watched a lot of seasons of it, and I got that Bill Cosby feel like, shit, this ain't so bad. And I don't really like TV like that. And especially, I'm not really into like reality TV and don't really care for comedy. But either way it go. Now, watch this though. Okay, so now we about to destroy another black family scenario. What's the biggest problem in black America? Well, you might say black men in prison. Okay, well, let's go down that tunnel. How do black men get in prison? Lack of fathers. Why? Because they was in prison. Okay, now, what does that do to the family structure? Then you got a woman trying to raise a young man. Of course, y'all can do it. You're the queen. You could do anything. But that don't mean there's not a balance missing. And a lot of times we can see the effects of that balance. Our young men, the balance ain't there with the emotions. We all over the place because they don't got that balance. Everything is balanced, my eye. So now, when you destroy the black family, you destroy the young black man. The young black male is the up-and-coming warrior. The way the society is structured, the king has the prince. The prince is the heir to the throne. So if you kill the king, you destroy the prince. Now, you may not see it like that, but if you think these people ain't thinking like that, you out your damn mind. Of course they thinking like that. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? What else we got? We got, let's go back a little bit further. You had, I don't know if y'all used to watch Good Times. Poverty just poverty-stricken. James was just always just hard up. Everything was just, it's such a depressing fucking show. It's ridiculous. And they slid jokes in between there. Everybody was abused. It was a hideous fucking show. Then you go to the Jeffersons. George was funny, but he was a fucking racist. And we thought it was cool, but he was a huge racist. And we think it's funny as long as we do it. But a white boy can't say half the shit that we say to them. That was intentional. Then they gave you a biracial couple, but they flipped it. Something you rarely see is the white man with the black woman, especially at that time. They was planting a seed of what was to come. Now we got scandal. You don't think like that, but they do. Now, what happened? Sherman Hemsley. They let it be known that he was a huge homosexual, had a husband. Why did that have to be known? We had some imagery of a black family. Then they gave us the Fresh Prince. But before he filmed the Fresh Prince, they made sure they made him do the homosexual scene, where the white boy was doing him from the back. That's how he started his career. And Quincy Jones brought him in. So you got to pay attention to this shit. Now, what happened with Fresh Prince? After it was over, we find out what? Uncle Phil was a homosexual. Does that make them bad people? No. But why did that information have to come out? Because soon as you hear that, it is no longer, and out of all the people you cast, why you cast a homosexual man with the black woman? These things are done intentionally. These things are done intentionally. A lot of what y'all don't know behind the scenes, a lot of times, your supporting cast, it's a lot of ritualistic sex. That's why it be so much chemistry amongst the cast in a lot of situations. Not all, but in a lot of situations. So when you dealing with the black family, this is why they do it. Now they do it with everybody. But they used to focus on the black family simply because they don't want no love kindling to spark years of y'all being on the set. And then you end up with some black babies. So they don't put the homosexual man with the black woman. And a lot of times she be homosexual. Not whether it's good or bad. Y'all deal with that too much. We talking tactics. We talking reality. This is our reality. You got to pay attention because it won't pay you. Now. So then we find out another black father image, homosexual. These things are done intentionally. This is not about whether T.I. and Tiny had illicit parties with women and did whatever the fuck. Listen, bro. Listen. So this is what you think. You think if he's having these wild sex parties and actually drugging women and taking advantage of them, is this something we would rap about? And if we do rap about it, if we are actively drugging women and taking advantage of them and rapping about, all he rap about is menages and orgies with women, 2, 3 of them at a time. His nickname used to be the Vagina Popper. Like, what the fuck? That guy's a rapist? And even if he is, not even if he is, but if he is, and he's rapping about it, that's only because what? He knows he can't get in trouble for it. That's the only reason why you're going to do that. Because he's been rapping about it for years. You buy a T.I. album that don't got a menage on it, and I'll pay you. He got a listen. I don't listen to rap no more, but when I was into it, he was my favorite. So I've listened to them to all his projects. He got some heavy, when he described his sex scenes, they'd be explicit, in detail. Who did what to who and for how long. That guy is raping people during those same parties that he's rapping about. I'm not saying he isn't. But if he is, they've been knew about it. And he knows he can't get in trouble. So why is he getting in trouble now? That's what we're dealing with. Y'all deal with emotions too much. I'm not saying whether he did or didn't do it. According to his raps, he did it a lot. He tells you he fed him X and did all kind of shit. He says that. So ain't nobody say they got roofied. They said they took too much drugs and he was rude after the fact or if it didn't go his way. I know a lot of guys, if you don't give them none, they'll put you out. I wouldn't call him a rapist. I might call him a fucking asshole, but not a rapist. It doesn't. We're not at the part where we deal with whether he didn't do it or not, because more than likely, this man has been on the cover of Forbes. So that means he has, hands down, without a doubt, done something sexually illegal. And then, I say, even myself, how passive we could be sometimes. Because no matter how much I liked him, he always had one line that I never could shake why he said it. And then I conditioned myself to say, damn, that was gangster. Now I think like, dude, you kind of fucked up in the head. But I doubled back on it recently and was like, wait a minute. Did he really say that shit? He say, Queens, excuse me, I'm saying the lyrics, but we got to go through this. Put dick in your daddy daughter and dare her to have children. Hope she got some endurance, cause deaf her ass is enduring. Kill her in Mississippi and drive her ass to Missouri while my wet paint dripping. Huh? Put dick in your daddy daughter and dare her to have children. Hope she got some insurance, cause deaf her ass is enduring. Kill her in Mississippi and drive her ass to Missouri. So if you accidentally get a woman pregnant, you're going to kill her in Mississippi and drive the body to Missouri. And then you flipped it on some fancy shit about a new paint job? Bro, don't look at me like that. You ain't say shit either. How do we allow that? How do we enjoy that? And then look at somebody else and say, ugh, what's wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with all of us? He just described a double homicide and made it sound cool. And we smoked the blunt to it like, yeah. Bro, it's a double homicide. Dare her to have children. Then we get to talking about murder. So obviously, she's pregnant. You ain't gonna wait till the baby come out then kill her. That defeats the purpose of not wanting her to have a baby. So we're talking about a double murder. And he made it sound cool. So, is he guilty? According to his raps, probably. But that's not the point. And you don't find it just a bit coincidental that they waited till February for this to happen, huh? You don't find it a bit coincidental that they waited till your guy Biden came in office, the one who's accused of being a pedophile rapist, and now all of a sudden, T.I. and Tiny been throwing Rick James parties that then got out of hand. And we just now found out about it. Somehow. Coincidentally. Now, what just happened with Biden? Didn't he just move like 2 different transvestites into like into his regime, transgender. I don't know the proper terminology. If I offended some of y'all, that's not really my focus. I focus on black people and their issues. My bad. So wait a minute. Let's just say, see me. I don't do the emotions. I do homework. Now, then we just have a situation with motherfucking your boy Barry. I don't like to call him Barack. That sounds too official. I call that nigga Barry. Your boy Barry. Didn't we just have some dealings with your boy Barry about some allegations of transgenderisms and homosexualities within his home front? See, let me tell y'all something. You play too fucking much. You play too fucking much. When I tell you that there's allegations of Michelle being transgender, or as more affectionately called Big Mike, and we look at Obama with the same-sex marriage laws that he passed, and then the genderless bathrooms that he passed, and then the book on transgenderism that the First Lady put out. You got all of these things that point to a certain direction, but you can't just come to terms with it. What the fuck did I just tell you? They're not gonna let you have an image of a beautiful, successful black family. You think they put one in the fucking White House? Why are they pushing transgender homosexual agendas if what's in the White House is a beautiful black family? Why? If they're not gonna let you watch it on TV, you're not gonna get it in the fucking Oval Office for 8 years? Are you crazy? You don't think. There's no way in hell they put a heterosexual black black couple at the head of the most powerful nation on the planet for 8 years. It just didn't happen. Why? Because they are pushing global white supremacy. You don't let a black couple be the face of global white supremacy. Are you slow? No, it didn't happen. Where's the proof? Look what they do to all your icons. I just named you I just gave you the top five dead or alive, top 5 black shows in history. And they all ended with either homosexuality or the destruction of the family. Why would they let you see that? And then, while I was thinking about today, it's funny how shit happened. I told you the universe don't play with you. When you got that motherfucking, when you got that sniper rifle and you ready to bang, the universe don't play with you, boy. Picture the Black Mamba and when just catching alley-oops from all over the place. The universe don't play with you. It will throw you something. Now I knew what we was gonna do with this show. Now I'm at the hotel room, and I just turned the TV on for background noise while I'm making flyers and shit. What pop on the motherfucking TV? It was about to go off, but I caught the end of the Parkers. And, she chased that man desperately all over the place with this unbearable crush. Excuse me. And we laughed. Not me, I hated that show. But it came on right before something else I used to watch, like Monisha or some shit. I used to fuck with Monisha. Either way it go. But what'd you see? What'd you see? She was a heavy-set black woman that was overtly pushy over an astute black man that just didn't want her. No matter how bad he shot her down, she just, oh, I just love you. And then there was Cat Williams. This is why Cat Williams got in so much trouble. Is that him? He's just come out of the closet. Them jokes he was telling. You snitching. You ain't got no business snitching because we tricking you to make you think that these are strong black male figures. Nobody needs to know that they're homosexuals because it destroys what we're trying to do. They're not going to cast strong heterosexual black men with strong heterosexual black women. They're not going to do that. Why would they give you that? If they wanted you to have a strong black family, they wouldn't keep locking up black men for the shit that they set them up to do. Of course, we got to take responsibility, but at the core of the fucking responsibility, we don't have laboratories, so we don't manufacture drugs. At least we didn't in the beginning. Remember, we were slaves. How the fuck do we know about the underworld and all of this shit? We learned it from Massa. Pay attention. So now, what you just got during your Black History Month was a dose of Black history. Wake up, nigga. We never gonna give you a prominent black family. They use the media in every which way. What have they been trying to do? They want to tear them up. Y'all see the media, and then y'all jump into their bedroom with all their problems. Yeah, he keep cheating on her. Ooh. You don't know what the fuck he keep doing. They will just put something in the tabloids and tell you to go with it or else. For all you know, that man never got caught cheating. You don't know. They just put, and he probably did. But how the fuck can a man get caught cheating that you can't have it both ways? You can't put in the tabloids that I'm an avid cheater and then put in the tabloids that me and my wife have wild sex parties with multiple women. That means I can send my wife to get any woman I want. And obviously I like multiple women. So what am I cheating for exactly? And how can you cheat on someone who likes you to have sex with multiple women and will go get the women for you? How can, according to what they said, Tiny was in control of everybody. She was the one. She's the mastermind. Okay, well, that means if no matter where I'm at in the country, how the fuck can I be somewhere else in the country and cheat on a woman who says I can have sex with what I want when I want? That don't make sense. So why'd he go with it? Because it ain't no real smoke between him and his wife. Fuck what y'all think. Deal with the tabloid shit. Wait for it to go away. Meanwhile, me and my wife good. But after a while, enough gossip, that's too much on anybody. So shit get faulty. They blow up the Floyd situation for whatever that was. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. It probably did. But they still together, making more episodes. And then what did they do? The family, hustle, family, and friends. Same shit y'all won't do to save your life. The only thing you will give your black friends is some dope. You'll loan somebody $20, $40, $50, or you'll give them a pack. You ain't gonna put on for no black businesses, and you ain't gonna support none. But the next show, he could have came out with anything. Even though I'm still mad about the crack cocaine museum came up with. But his next show could have been anything. But he came up with family and friends hustle. Let's get this back together now. And now all of a sudden, wild orgies, drugs is out of hand. 14 years in the rap game. Let me let y'all in on a little secret. Your wildest parties is when you get your first few million. That's when you gonna do the most trifling shit you ever did. The first time you ever had 10 million and you're a famous rapper, those parties are way worse than whatever fucking parties he doing now. As far as sexuality is concerned, now I doubt if he was eating babies then, it's probably a new mix they threw in there, but hey. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think he's eating the babies because he wouldn't be in trouble. He doing something. But keep in mind, when you see somebody famous getting in trouble publicly, They're not getting in trouble for what they did. They're getting in trouble for what they didn't do. The media is completely controlled. The only reason why you believe this shit because you don't believe that. I'll say it again. The media is a 100% controlled entity. There is zero you see on the TV that they don't want you to see. There is no such thing as live news. They would be a damn dummy to have live news. Now, I ain't saying reporters don't come outside and start talking to you and shit like that. Yeah, that happens all the time. But the shit that y'all be watching where shit be sliding back and forth and you think it's actually happening, no, that don't be happening, bro. That be footage. Edited footage. Might I add. So what I'm saying is this. None of this shit do they give a fuck about. How are you going to tell me? We just found out that potentially the entire damn government is ran by satanic pedophiles. So, we not going to talk about Biden's son smoking crack with 15-year-olds. We not going to deal with that. But T.I. and Tiny and those wild parties is just out of control. Bro, your daughter, your son, your grown-ass, dope fiend-ass son was on motherfucking whatever live smoking crack. Like the real, hitting that missile. The rocket, he had a rocket launcher on live social media with a goddamn infant or some shit. And we ain't dealing with that. We ain't gonna deal with that. And we do got the issue of a whole goddamn presidency that could potentially get stolen. We don't even talk about that no more. This nigga just in the White House illegally. This nigga, I've never seen nobody break in somebody else's house and then just start a radio, start his own TV show live. Fuck it. I'm here now. This nigga done took squatting to a whole new level. Your current commander-in-chief is a squatter. And he gonna use the goddamn, there's laws for squatters. He in that bitch now. And in order to get him out, you're gonna have all kind of court proceedings and some more shit. Trump just figured, fuck it, and got on a plane and left y'all ass. Oh my Lord, the president is a squatter and y'all don't want to even deal with it. Fuck it. Alright, it's cool. I'm the only one that noticed that shit. Fuck it, whatever. That's fine. I'll be the bad guy. Bro, I'm saying we got some real issues on the table. Like some real shit that we could be dealing with. And somehow we dealing with T.I. and Tiny. Like, we got a whole episode. like, okay, listen. How about this? I'm just gonna throw something out in the air. This don't even got nothing to do with the topic, but I'm just throwing some shit out there for a second. We watched Cardi B doing a red carpet interview. And in the middle of the red carpet interview, it turned into a real sci-fi movie. And she just... And then it turned into some 007 shit. Her sister in the back touched her pocket 2 times or some shit, and Cardi snapped out of it. Like, y'all seen it. I showed y'all. The whole world seen it. But we ain't gonna talk about it. How does a whole woman freeze in a live interview stuck, snap out of it, and nobody reports it? The #1 artist in the country. I ain't gonna say the world. But at the time, she is the #1 artist in the country, male or female. Freezes in a live red carpet interview after the awards. And not one person reports about it, and we never deal with it. How? How do these things happen? How do you let it happen? And we just ain't gonna deal with that. Now, let's bring it home and see what we're dealing with. Speaking of Cardi B, have you ever seen a time in the rap game where let's say, we're looking at about a 3-year run now, the number one artist in rap was women? Now I know what y'all thinking. Go, girl power. Except for the fact that, so it's satanic when the men rap about killing each other, but when the women rap about irresponsible slut behavior, then it's you go girl. Bro, if the industry is satanic, it's satanic. Why you think it ain't? Because the girls don't talk about shooting. And they do that too. The industry. It's a thing going on that was going on before you got there. They're not going to have the industry satanic for the men, but not the women. It's the same thing. You're allowed to talk about killing black people, and you're allowed to talk about pointlessly fucking any black man that you choose. Because you're empowering yourself and you're a gangster. Duh. That's a thing. What I'm saying is, you got a reoccurring history of every time we get a black iconic TV show, either we find out the lead male father is homosexual, or they destroy the lead male father. Repeatedly. Now, you have taken a movement that is termed Black Lives Matter, but it's ran by transgender women. And when you say something about it, people say, well, what's wrong with Black Lives Matter? So what if they gay women? And that's not what we're talking about. You got to understand war and psychology. The movement is called Black Lives Matter. How the fuck can Black Lives matter if the black family don't matter? Because if you don't have a black family, you can't make black lives that matter. If a little black child can't see a positive black family structure, his woman become a bitch and a hoe. And these hoes ain't loyal, so why are we dealing with relationships? And then it's okay for his pants to be tighter than hers, because that's fashion. And so what is a man bag? That's fashion. Are you noticing which way they're going? Now, the number one black movement in the country is now Black and Trans Lives Matter. And at every rally, y'all realize, I'm a Panther. I travel all over the country. I've been to rallies all over the country. And at every single rally, you got Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, and they're always together. Now, in your mind, there's nothing wrong with that. In my mind, why is it there? Fuck right or wrong. How did that get there? Because as long as that's there, black lives can't matter if you ain't focused on a black family. Psychology is everything, because this is war, brethren. And you got to understand that this is war. And that there be the problem. So yeah. This was about the destruction of the black family. That's why I called that family Shatters. They're not going to let you see a strong black family. And they've tried everything they can for the tabloids to break T.I. and Tiny up. And then people really in love with each other, obviously. Or something's keeping them together. Maybe they've killed so many teenagers, it's like, shit, I ain't letting you out my sight, bitch. Nigga, you ain't going nowhere either. I don't know. But I do know this. Their television persona is a wealthy black family. You could take the hip hop out of it or put it in there. A lot of people who watch the show ain't aspiring rappers. They're showing you a family structure, just modern day. And they're well off. And they go through a lot of problems. And who solves the problems? T.I. Of course, everybody contributes, but the show is geared around him. So at the end of the day, the problem solver, and the cooler head that prevails frequently is him. That's showing black men's strength, how to strategize without arguing and fussing and fighting with your wife. Showing that sometimes you could be indifferent, give in, and still, it's showing that they work through their problems. And they raise the kids to go to college and have good careers. That's what they're tearing down. They don't give a fuck about no sexual deviance. They are all sexual deviants. That's just bullshit. What they did was give your ass a Black History surprise. You believe in the holiday, so they always gonna stick it to you during the month of February. This is how they kicked it off. Black History is about the black family. So to start off Black History, what they do? They're gonna destroy a black family. Surprise. That's the point. Of course you can be mad about the allegations, but don't stop there. Why are these allegations popping up after damn near a 20-year career? I've been watching T.I. for about 15 years. I've been listening to him at least 15 years. He's about 16 years in the game. Why now? The same guy that keep going in and out of jail. You're not paying attention. My guess is they fuck with T.I. for the same reason they fuck with Kanye. These people be in because they get lured in, but they start out as good people. And once they realize what's at stake, they do what they got to do to keep their empire. But when they think ain't nobody watching, I'm going to slack off a little bit. And then the system is going to send you a warning. Bitch, you know you're supposed to eat that baby? They might be telling you to rape something. You don't want to. And they literally going to say either do it or it's going down. Then you participate because fuck. Now you fucked up at that point anyway because you're wrong. But who can you tell? So at that point, you got to either decide to die or else. If you don't decide to die, then you do the deed. Then you convince yourself, okay, I did that shit. I'll never do it again. And they don't ask for a while because they know you shattered. They need you to make good music, and they need you to bounce back and get your scruples back. They leave you alone for a while. Then you get an invitation to the latest party. You know the party means the sick shit. You make up an excuse why you don't want to go. They don't say nothing to you. You just wake up tomorrow and you hear 16 women confessing that you did some shit. Now maybe you did do it. But that's not why they confessing. They confessing because they was told to, or else. Or maybe that's what they was going to do through the door. But my only thing is saying this. Once the media get involved on a public level, it's a setup. Period. So we just need to understand what a setup is. A setup doesn't mean that the person is innocent. It just means there's a more nefarious reason why this is happening that we need to investigate. It's not about letting nobody off the hook. As you can see, courtesy of Miss Shirley, his ass definitely ain't getting off the hook. We finna go from the jelly to the jam on his ass. But I'm not going to ride the wave while they trying to tear another black man down and say, hey, I got a problem with him too. No, it ain't about that. It's about what? Misinformation nation. The misinformation is this is not about the allegations. This is about the destruction of yet another black family. Yet another promising black family that once again, courtesy of the media, they raised black children all the way through high school and college. And got them off to college and into their careers. And now that that's done, show's over. MTV already canceled them. How? And ain't nobody caught them doing nothing. Allegations get you canceled from MTV? You've been 10 years running on 8 years or some shit? There's something else going on. So, what was this about? Once again, just like they did all the other families. The Jeffersons, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Bill Cosby, T.I., Bernie Mac. All of these things were ruined because they all represented black men with strong black families. As far as what they did in their private life, all of them had to participate in sick shit or they wouldn't have got for us to see them. You don't get on primetime TV by being innocent. If you made it on primetime TV, your ass is guilty already before the crime even get caught up or whatever. So this was about something else. Top 5 black shows in history. All 5 of the leading black men, something funky going on with them behind the scenes that don't lead to strong black families. And off we go. We tear it down. So, guilty? More than likely. But that ain't why they doing it. This is about the destruction of the black family. Family Shatters. And that's what it was. With that being said, knowledge is the only real power, and information is the only real currency. I love y'all. We gone.